What's up, team? It's Monday, and I'm super pumped for this week because it's a Worship Wednesday. It is Worship Wednesday, and it is also a day away from Halloween on a Wednesday. So we are going to be celebrating by having some Halloween candy at check-in, hopefully to get the students really excited. So this Wednesday is Worship Wednesday. We are still in our series called Now and Later. And I will be speaking on Wednesday. The bottom line is about how your reputation determines the influence that you have. So I'm going to be talking about that. And the goal is to get the students in the auditorium earlier than we normally do because we are having a trick shot competition, which is going to be a ton of fun. But note the changes. Before, you guys were supposed to select one high school student from your tribe to represent the tribe in doing the trick shot competition. I'm making the change that now we are just going to have leaders represent the tribe. So I'm guessing from blue, Rachel; from green, probably Trey; from red, maybe Daniel. But I know he always comes in late, so if someone else can just kind of get all the information prior. During our huddle, we will go over what that exactly is going to look like. And then yellow, you will need to decide, probably Megan or Hannah, who wants to represent your tribe for the trick shot competition. This will be a 5-minute stage game that will be super fun for the students, but I think after 5 minutes, we'll probably lose them. So we'll try to keep it super quick. So on Wednesday, that'll be really great. We're excited to do worship again. It's always really fun to do that. We have Perrysburg versus Maumee on Friday night, so I hope to see you guys there. If you're free at all, please try to mark your calendars. Try to get there. This is one of the last football games, I believe, and this football game is at Maumee. So Josh and I are planning on getting some hot and readies and some water and just handing them out beforehand, so we'll see how that goes. Also, November 17th is your Dream Team Leader Gathering, so you guys know now, a couple weeks ahead of time, please request off work or do whatever you have to do to get there because it's going to be an awesome time. We're just going to spend some time together, probably do some reevaluating and recapping of the semester and seeing what we can do better for next semester. I hope you guys are getting to service. We just finished our Feed the Pig series, and we are starting the series How to Not Hate a Jerk Face. So that's super enticing to me. I have no idea really what it's going to be about yet. So I think that's interesting. I hope you guys are getting to service. It is a priority, and we really do. It is a requirement to serve on our dream team that you are going to service because we believe that in order to be able to pour out to students and just really invest in them, it's important that you're being invested into and that you are being filled up. So please just be responsible spiritually because if you're not being filled up, if you're not just receiving like a freshness that comes from going to weekly service, even though you might not get something out of it each and every week, it's just a really good routine to get into. I know most of you I see there, but others of you, it's periodic. I don't know. Some of you might go to different campuses. So just please make sure you're getting to service every single week. And if there's a problem with that, please let me know, and I'll try to work with you to see how it is that we can make sure you're regularly getting filled up. I did want to talk to you guys about investing in 2 to 3 specific students in your group. I know for Hannah Callahan, she has Sarah Garcia, who she's been seeing as a leader in her group and someone that she's been particularly investing in. I know some of them we have kind of very evident leaders. For 8th grade boys, I would say Jacob Story is one, or 8th grade girls, Hannah Snyder. So you have your obvious students who are, and Eric's got a few of those boys. But try to start to point out, who do I have in my group that has leadership potential? Who do I have in my group that it comes every week and they're hungry to learn, or they help guide the conversation? I think you guys, yes, still pouring into and loving on your group as a whole, but taking time aside to pour into these specific students, whether that's one-on-one meetings or just going out with like 2 or 3 of them, I think it could be really cool to help for you to cast vision to these students and say, hey, I want our group time to look like this, and I think you could help me accomplish this. And just really pouring into those students, maybe talking about what it looks like to have regular quiet time or to be in the Word regularly or prayer time. I think that's a really great opportunity for you guys to kind of key in on some of those students. What else do I have for you guys? Fusion Camp is coming up. So I have a couple of parents that have put their students on payment plans. So if you have students asking you about Fusion Camp for scholarships, we are not granting scholarships this early. We will not start granting scholarships until a couple of months into the new year. But for right now, I am so willing to put parents on payment plans where I'm asking them to commit to anywhere from $20 to $50 a month to put towards their students' registration. And that way, come March or April, I'm able to say, oh my goodness, they paid $30 like they committed to each month. Now it's easier for me to grant them that scholarship. So that's for Fusion Camp. We also locked in the dates for Big Stuff for high school camp, which is June 26th through the 30th. So if you're a high school leader or you have relationships with high school students, start spreading the word. Let's get super pumped about high school camp. We're going to be doing some fundraising, I believe, and we just want to make sure as many students get to high school camp as possible. It's going to be a great time. Fusion Camp leaders. This goes for a lot of you. You know, every single year for Fusion Camp, there is a $200 registration fee for leaders. It doesn't really change. But what's really cool is we've been encouraging you guys to support raise this $200. And I was talking to Amy Bader a little bit about what this conversation looks like a few weeks ago. And what I want to encourage you guys to realize is that the reason that we ask you guys to pay $200 to go to Fusion Camp to serve is so we can have more students get to camp. And so we've encouraged you guys to support raise this money, not come up with it last minute, not have to work a few extra hours, not have to pull it from your savings emergency fund, but to go start now writing a letter. If you need help, ask me. Cody Hargrove was an intern, so was Megan, so they know how to write support letters. And you can write a support letter saying, hey, I'm trying to get to Fusion Camp, but the reason I'm raising $200 is to help another student get to Fusion Camp. That's the truth. I mean, spot the lie. That is the truth. So you are helping another student get to Fusion Camp by paying that $200. So I think that's really easy to put that like verbiage in there for your support letter. And guys, start asking for that money now. Start asking your friends, your family members, other people in the church. Sometimes students' parents, like some of the ones who you know are like have some money, are going to be more than willing to give their student's leader $50 to make sure their student's leader is at Fusion Camp with their student. I mean, come on. So let's just start having the conversation now. That's way it's not a burden for you guys when Fusion Camp rolls around. And let's start getting excited about Fusion Camp, but also not have the burden and the mess of financial stress when it comes to Fusion Camp. So if you guys have any questions about that, ask me. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope that you are just regularly just engaging in prayer time. I think it's super important to be praying for your group. So you guys know you have students each and every week who miss group or who miss a student night. So I just really want to encourage you to be praying for your students, pray for their spiritual journey and the way that God wants to develop them as a leader and as a Christ follower. So I love you guys again. Thank you so much. I will see you Saturday at 6 o'clock. Make sure if you are in a tribe, you are decked out in your color, especially if you are representing your tribe in the trick shot competition. Love you guys. Peace out. See you on Wednesday.